When was the last time your family made a big money decision without saying it's a tradition? Buying gold because it's shubh, investing in property because zameen kabhi dhoka nahi deti, spending half of your savings on your wedding just because शादी तो एक ही बार होती है, or making money choices simply because हमारे घर में तो ऐसा ही होता है. Sounds familiar? That's because in India, money is not maths. It's mannat, mahurat and whatnot. But have you ever stopped and asked how many of these traditions are actually helping us grow, or how many are quietly holding us back? The big fat Indian wedding. We call them celebration of love, but sometimes they become exhibition of appearances. Families go all out, sometimes even taking loan to fulfill that appearance. We spend lakhs, even crores on a few days of grandeur, and then spend years just to recover from it financially. All because of log kya kahega. We buy gold as a gift, show love, and to feel secure, but most of it sits in the locker, shining in sentiments, not in returns. The ultimate Indian symbol of success. Our parents saw it as the safest bet, primarily because back then land was cheap and families stayed together. But today, when flexibility and opportunities matter more, putting all your money in one asset can take away your liquidity and your freedom. And of course, the most emotional one, family. People have often neglected investing in retirement plans because of this ideology in the Indian family. My kids will take care of me in my retirement. This belief made more sense in the joint family setup. But now everyone is living across cities and across countries, and relying entirely on this expectation can be risky, not reassuring. The problem isn't the tradition. Problem is that the context today have changed, but the habits haven't. Our traditions were built when security meant survival. Today, security means strategy. So think about it. How many of your money decisions are actually yours, and how many are hand-me-downs wrapped in emotion? Will you use your grandparents' phone? Well, absolutely not. Then why follow his investment plan? The point here is not about rejecting the traditions. It's about updating them. Keep the emotion but add the evaluation. Buy gold but also invest money in mutual fund. Invest in properties but don't forget to diversify it. Celebrate weddings but don't let it hamper your future. Because the best traditions are the ones that evolve with time. Financial growth doesn't mean losing your roots. It means building newer traditions with more clarity. That's where guidance matters. Someone who can help you separate cultural emotions from financial reason. At FinGuard, that's what we do. We help families stay true to their values but at the same time adapt to today's world. It's about balancing legacy with logic. So your wealth isn't just inherited, it's intentionally built. Traditions have taught us how to save, how to celebrate, how to give, but now is the time to understand how to grow it sustainably, smartly and confidently. So maybe it's time to redefine what doing it for tradition really means. Not spending for the show but planning for security, not following blindly but evolving wisely. Because the real legacy is not the gold necklace, a big fat wedding or a property in your name. It's the financial wisdom that you are going to pass on to your next generation.